Welcome to Accepting Life, where we help you navigate the world of wealth and status. When it comes to picturing wealthy individuals, the stereotypical image that may come to mind is that of an old or wrinkly white man wearing a suit, sitting in a boardroom. However, there is a new type of rich person that shatters this stereotype. These individuals are as far away as possible from this kind of identity. They don't care about what others think of them, and they are young, unapologetic, and self-assured. Here are signs that indicate whether you belong to this new breed of wealthy people. The new rich have enough money to work as little or as much as they want, without worrying about the impact on their lifestyle. Richness is often associated with getting paid a lot of money, but being wealthy is when you no longer need to work to make a lot of money. The new rich are individuals who can live an upper middle class lifestyle without having to work every day. They have figured out a way to generate extraordinary income, taken almost all of it, and moved it into boring investments like real estate, which they've turned into Airbnb, laundromats, and parking lots. They usually have a business manager to take care of the day-to-day activities, and if they were to stop working today, they would still have enough money to cover their lifestyle costs. The new rich are economy-proof. They are post-employment, which means you can't convince them to take a job they don't want to do just by throwing money at them. They simply don't need money anymore and aren't willing to compromise who they are just for a paycheck. Money was a challenge and a mission they have already accomplished. They know that they can always generate more income on their own and don't need a third party to provide for them. The new rich say no to more business opportunities and ideas than any generation before them because they don't want the stress or to be bothered by the responsibility. The new rich measure their wealth in stress-free living. They measure their wealth by how much life they have in their years, not the other way around. You may know people who have wasted days on the couch but are still anxious about the future. The goal of the new rich is to be able to do anything they want without that nagging voice in their head telling them they should be doing something else. Living in a stress-free environment reduces the volume of stress your mind has to deal with and allows you to feel like you're wealthy. The old rich had a lot of money, but they were so scared of losing it all that they never really found true happiness. The new rich cut checks and make other people wealthy. They are kingmakers, able to help others get rich because their success didn't come as a one-person show. The new rich are the owners, not the employees. They're the ones writing the checks, not the ones receiving them. A good rule to remember in life is that usually, the one receiving the check earns substantially less than the one cutting it. For example, Steph Curry is rich because he gets paid a lot of money, but Joe LaCob, the owner of the Golden State Warriors, is wealthy. The new rich don't see themselves as being for sale, so they've made it their mission to do things on their own. They know that by making other people rich, they solidify their own position. The new rich follow in the footsteps of their mentors and role models. They study, break down, and emulate everything they learn from previous generations to accelerate their own progress. They give the previous generation the flowers they deserve in terms of fundamental knowledge. Ask any of the new rich, and they'll tell you who their mentors are and just how. Surround yourself with successful people and collaborate. The new rich understand that wealth is not a solitary pursuit. When you pay attention to successful people, you'll see that they don't move alone. They have a network of like-minded individuals who collaborate with them. The new rich live in communities of success, collaborating and closing deals together. They know that it's much easier to achieve wealth when you work with others who share your goals. They find people they vibe with, leverage each other's know-how and network, and put all the cards on the table to help each other win. It's simple math. If you go it alone, you'll make many mistakes and it will take weeks or even months to reach your goal. But if you work with 5 friends who are going at the same pace as you, you'll each only have to make a fraction of those mistakes. Collaboration allows all of you to achieve your desired outcome 5 times faster than if you were to go it alone. Collaboration is key in achieving success and wealth. The new rich have realized that they don't have to do it all alone, and that it's much more efficient to work with others who have similar goals. By collaborating and leveraging each other's knowledge and networks, they are able to achieve their desired outcomes much more quickly than if they were to go at it alone. Additionally, collaborating with others can bring new perspectives and ideas to the table, which can lead to even greater success. Wake up happy and practice gratitude. The new rich wake up happy and grateful every day. They actively practice gratitude and appreciate the opportunities and resources they have. Imagine waking up in the morning and feeling thrilled to be living the life you're living. Even if you're not one of the new rich, take a moment to remind yourself that there are 8 billion other people on this planet, and at least 2 billion of them would feel like they've accomplished every goal they've ever had if they were to trade lives with you. Never take for granted what you have, because your reality might be someone else's dream scenario. Collaboration is key in achieving success and wealth. The new rich have realized that they don't have to do it all alone, and that it's much more efficient to work with others who have similar goals. By collaborating and leveraging each other's knowledge and networks, they are able to achieve their desired outcomes much more quickly than if they were to go at it alone. Additionally, collaborating with others can bring new perspectives and ideas to the table, which can lead to even greater success. Transition from lavish to minimal lifestyle. Most of the new rich grew up with nothing, so when they first achieve wealth, everything is exciting. They want to show off their newfound status and enjoy the pleasures of spending money, which they never had the opportunity to do before. But after a few years, the lavish lifestyle gets boring. The first time you walk into Louis Vuitton or Chanel and actually have the money to buy something is a thrilling experience. But the law of diminishing returns kicks in quickly. After 2 or 3 purchases, the thrill wears off and you realize that it's just a bag or a piece of jewelry. The old generation of wealth lived lavish lifestyles with a focus on possessions, but the new rich see possessions as a burden. Their entire business is a laptop, and they travel, rent mansions, and outsource production overseas. They know that their tastes will change over time, so there's no reason to tie themselves down with possessions. The pursuit of material possessions can be exciting at first, but eventually, it can become tiresome and unfulfilling. The new rich have realized that possessions are not the key to happiness and success, and instead focus on experiences and relationships. By living a minimal lifestyle and prioritizing experiences over possessions, they are able to live more fulfilling lives and avoid the pitfalls of materialism. Create wealth through new technology. The new rich are defined by new technology. Old rich people can't understand how the new rich made their money. Even if you tried to explain it, it would be hard for them to wrap their minds around the kind of numbers that are thrown around today. Back in their day, making $1 million a month required a big business with hundreds or thousands of employees and multiple offices. Today, the new rich can achieve those kinds of numbers with digital products or by outsourcing production overseas and keeping their team small. Every new technological wave creates an abundance of opportunities, from blogs and social media to video and blockchain. Those who speak the language of these technologies are able to take full advantage of them. The new rich have achieved success through new technologies and digital products. This has allowed them to create wealth more quickly and with fewer resources than previous generations. However, this also means that they face unique challenges and pressures, such as dealing with rapidly changing technologies and the expectations of others. It's important for the new rich to stay adaptable and keep learning in order to stay ahead of the curve. Dealing with depression and anxiety. The new rich achieve generational wealth before they turn 30 or 35, which can lead to a strange feeling of emptiness. They get laser focused and sacrifice everything else to achieve their goals, but what's left after they've achieved success is a lack of purpose. Achieving wealth and success at a young age can bring its own set of challenges and difficulties. The new rich may struggle with feelings of emptiness or a lack of purpose, as well as dealing with the expectations and demands of others. It's important for them to seek out support and resources, such as therapy or coaching, in order to navigate these challenges and find fulfillment in their lives beyond just financial success. It's also important for all of us to remember that success and wealth are not the only measures of a fulfilling life, and that finding purpose and meaning in our lives is just as important. Achieving wealth and success at a young age can bring its own set of challenges and difficulties. The new rich may struggle with feelings of emptiness or a lack of purpose, as well as dealing with the expectations and demands of others. It's important for them to seek out support and resources, such as therapy or coaching, in order to navigate these challenges and find fulfillment in their lives beyond just financial success. It's also important for all of us to remember that success and wealth are not the only measures of a fulfilling life, and that finding purpose and meaning in our lives is just as important. In today's world, the new rich are disrupting industries with innovative business models, thanks to the power of the internet. This is a major source of frustration for the old rich, whose legacies are being challenged and sometimes completely overthrown. For instance, the newspaper industry has suffered greatly from the rise of digital media platforms and social networks, which have completely transformed the way news is consumed and shared. As a result, many traditional media companies have struggled to remain relevant and profitable, while online content creators like Mr. Beast have amassed massive audiences and created entirely new categories of media. Meanwhile, in the financial sector, the rise of cryptocurrencies and blockchain technology is threatening to make traditional financial institutions obsolete. If the Ethereum project continues to follow its roadmap, it could potentially disrupt the entire banking industry, leading to the extinction of legacy institutions. Similarly, companies like OpenAI are challenging the search engine industry by delivering a superior product, which could spell trouble for companies like Google that have dominated the market for years. The new rich have also embraced a location-independent lifestyle, enabled by digital technology. They can conduct their entire business from a smartphone and work from anywhere in the world, without being tied down to a specific location or office. This level of flexibility gives them the freedom to travel and explore different cultures, while also enabling them to optimize their tax situation by living in countries with favorable tax laws. Unlike the old rich, who often focused on minimizing risk, the new rich have built their fortunes by taking calculated risks and embracing new technologies. They understand that in today's fast-paced world, speed is everything, and that exponential growth can happen incredibly quickly. For example, Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies have skyrocketed in value in just a few years, creating tremendous wealth for those who invested early. Furthermore, the new rich are independent builders who rely on the support of their communities and customers to grow their businesses. They start from the bottom and work their way up, building their own brand and reputation along the way. They understand the value of transparency and authenticity, and are willing to share their struggles and successes with their audiences. By providing value to their communities, they earn their trust and loyalty, which is crucial for long-term success. Finally, there are different levels of wealth, ranging from poverty to upper-class lifestyles to the kind of wealth that can be passed down for generations. The new rich aspire to achieve the highest levels of wealth, not only for themselves but also for their families and communities. They understand that wealth is not just about money, but also about freedom, creativity, and impact. The new rich are a different breed of entrepreneurs and innovators, who have embraced new technologies and business models to create wealth and impact. They understand the power of speed, transparency, and community, and are not afraid to take calculated risks in pursuit of their goals. If you want to be part of this new generation of wealth creators, find a business that has potential and put it on the internet. We'll see you back here again. Thank you for watching this video Accepting Life. If you found it valuable, consider subscribing to our channel and joining our awesome community.